But Yona's father actually ends up kicking his Sin's butt. You know, he's a human. He doesn't have any power or anything. But basically, the motto of the story that his father had and that Yona will have through the story is strength and power aren't the same thing. You can have all the power in the world. That's not really strength. Strength is, according to him, the ability to withstand everything for what you care about. So it's the ability to withstand anything. Not power. And he proves this by using that acid I talked about and horribly discarding himself in the process, pretty much killing himself to horribly maim Sin and protect his son. And to Jax it was like the single bravest, most awesome thing he ever saw, and it came from a human, which Jax never expected. And the father died, but ended up protecting his son in the process. And of course his son sees all this. And Jax decides to take Yona under his wing because he feels responsible. It was his fault. His father died, etc., etc., etc. And so Jax, Yona, and Felicia start traveling together. And have I gone here? So, and of course Yona's like, I'm gonna be an arena champion, and Fel's like, I want to be an arena champion too, because she has like a major crush on Yona and she wants whatever he wants, and she's just this adorable little girl. And you know, Jack tries to tell him, I'm sorry, you're human, you don't have any magical potential, you wouldn't make it in the arena, I'm really sorry, but that's just the way it is. And Yona still, he won't give up, and he has all he has is a wooden sword that he used to play with as a kid, and he's like, no, I don't care, I'm gonna do it. And Jax feels like he owes the kid, so he's like, fine, I'll train you, but he really doesn't think he has any ability. I mean, because if he doesn't have any magical talent, he won't make it, no matter how good he is. But he starts training him all the same, because Yona won't take no for an answer. And slowly Yona starts to realize that that Jax is right, because no matter how well he trains with the sword, and of course he's still only 6, so he's not that great, but no matter what he does, he can't beat Fel, because like they train together. He can't beat Jax. He starts to realize how big of a disadvantage he's at. Fel, feeling bad for him and wanting him to feel better, because there's one night, you can tell I'm shy about this. One night Yona's just like losing all hope, because he's like, you know, I can't do this, I can't compete with you guys. And Fel was like talking about her parents. She doesn't know who her parents were, they died before she could remember them, but Jax always told her that her parents were inside her, and that's where she got her amazing energy from, was her parents. Her parents were living inside her, they were giving her her amazing power, that kind of thing. And she said, well, you know, if that's true, then your dad has to be inside you too, and has to give you power. And she was just trying to make him feel better, and he took it to heart. And what he did was, he basically did something that was very, very dangerous. He was so determined and so set on being a fighter and having power that he one night he believed his dad had to have been inside him. If there was power inside him, if his dad was inside him like she said, then there had to have been power somewhere. And he basically reached inside himself and ripped out part of his soul, literally, with sheer determination. It's an anime, it doesn't have to be very realistic, but basically he was able to unleash part of his very soul, and basically what that equates to is he was able to gain a very small amount of power, but it was very strong. It would basically equate to a ball, you know, maybe like a bowling ball size shape of energy. And if he threw that out, you know, if he threw it at someone, that's it, it's gone. Now, I mean, he could replenish it. It's not, but I mean, he would be exhausted. He wouldn't have any more energy to tap into. So it was very small, very tiny, but extremely strong. And oops, I think I just wasted that. And basically anyone could do this, but it was so dangerous that no one does, and most people don't even know about it. And he basically, in his inexperience, and his sheer determination and strength, was able to do this and rip out part of his soul so that he could use it as magical energy. And so now he has this very tiny amount of very powerful magical energy, and what do you do with it? And Jax is like, okay, well maybe we have a chance now. And at first Jax is still like, but what do you do with this? It's really powerful, sure, but you throw one little fireball out there and you're done. Now what? But he set about trying to find a way for Yona to use this. And he was thinking, you know what, maybe he can use it as a shield. And so he started trying to teach Yona how to shape it like a shield. Because even if it's not that strong of a shield, it wasn't big enough to cover his whole body, but he could make it into like a shield shape, and it would block anything, pretty much, because it was so strong. But even that probably wouldn't be enough to get him very far. And then later on in the series, they get attacked, and in a moment of desperation, because all Yona's had is that, ball of energy and that wooden sword he had, that wooden sword gets shattered, and in a moment of desperation, he shapes the magical energy into a sword. And there is his main power. And basically, he throughout the anime, and he changes it more and more, but basically his power is he has this sword shaped out of his energy, and he's amazing with it. He is spectacular sword fighter, and he gets better and better and better. And this sword is so strong, it'll cut through almost anything, almost like I guess a lightsaber, I guess you'd say. It'll disrupt almost any spell. If someone throws a fireball at him, all he has to do is cut it with the sword, and it'll be disrupted. And so it's exactly like I said. He doesn't have enormous power or anything. What he has is a small amount of energy and extremely skilled at using it. And as the anime goes on, he learns all sorts of tricks and things he can do with it. I don't want to give too much away, but later on he learns that he can take this energy and form it into a really, really thin bubble around himself, which won't stop anything, but what it does is if anything passes this bubble, he's instantly aware of it. And so even if he's blinded, he can still be aware of anything coming at him. And what he'll do is he'll put that bubble around him, and then he'll take out just a normal sword, and he's really hard to touch because he can sense any attack from any direction and respond in time, that kind of thing. But basically the whole point is he doesn't have enormous energy, he doesn't have enormous power. Throughout the whole anime, he doesn't really get any more power than that. He just learns to use it a lot better. And I think I'm going to stop the grinding session right around here. And the opposite is Felicia, who is enormously powerful. But she just, for her thing, the anime is more about her learning to control it and her getting the confidence to use it. And basically her thing is she's the sweet, innocent one unless you mess with her friends. And the few times you mess with her friends, she becomes a goddess of hell, basically. And the whole anime deals with the fact that he's a human, so everyone looks down on him, and he's trying to, and the anime is basically him trying to make it as an arena champion, him trying to compete, him trying to, go through the qualifying matches and get accepted into it, and then defeating strong opponents, and basically everyone thinking he can't do it, and him proving them all wrong. That kind of thing. And I can go more into it later, and if I ever do decide to write it, I'll post it on the website so you guys can read it in installments, that kind of thing. But I can't draw. If you guys want to go look at my drawing abilities, just go to my 400 and something subscriber special and take a look at that. And I'm not horrible at drawing, but I'm definitely not good enough to draw an anime. So I would just write it as a story. Anyway, so yeah, that's I'm gonna call it quits for now, folks, at level 82. It's pretty high. It's higher than I thought I was gonna get. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna start the main game again. We're gonna go defeat the Ice Titan and then try Sephiroth, and then we're gonna go finish this game. How about that, folks? Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. Let me get to a save spot. Let me go to the first district, actually. Let me go to that save spot, because I want to go to the accessory shop and all that. I think 82 is a good enough level to finish this game at. Anyway, let me know if you guys really want to know more about that story. You might convince me to start writing it, but I wouldn't expect it to be very fast because writing takes time. Yeah, so, and if it's stupid, yeah, don't hesitate to tell me. I mean, seriously, I don't respond badly to negative criticism as long as it's not there just to make yourself feel better. In any way, back to your regularly scheduled program. Bye, folks.